Hi, welcome to Tinfoil Handkerchief Tarot, where the energy never lies and the ancestors got jokes. This channel is for entertainment purposes, though tarot and oracle cards. This channel is for entertainment purposes, though tarot and oracle cards are great tools for reflection, clarity, and confirmation. With collective messages, if something comes out that doesn't resonate with you, the overall read probably isn't for you, though there may be messages within that are. The way I read cards is more about self-reflection rather than prediction. So while you may find some helpful insight, think of it more as the potential to pre-emptively heal aspects within self. Please keep an open mind, an honest perspective, and if you don't come in peace, please don't come at all. This is a general collective oracle message. Okay, so we've got transits, climate, Scorpio investigate, Juno partnership, and 6th house sustainability, which is also Virgo. So Scorpio can be a person or it can be aspects. This card is like a transitional period. I've said before, it looks like they're in a cocoon, kind of like taking rest and a period of like introspection. The Scorpio investigate is like the details, looking at the details and asking questions. And these two are about like balance and where you focus your energy on, kind of thing. So Scorpio beside Juno, it could be a relationship because Juno does say partnership, right? And it looks like you're by yourself, you're just kind of doing your own thing right now. And then Scorpio comes along and now there's two of you, right? Like, I say this is like a cocoon, but it could be like, you know, like an egg hatches, right? So like you're here, you're by yourself, you're introspecting, and then a partnership comes along, right? And you're not alone anymore. But I do feel like it's about details. Like transits, climate, besides Scorpio investigate, I feel like it's like looking at aspects within yourself to come back into balance with yourself, right? Because like she's meditating, balancing out, all of her chakras are aligned, kind of thing. Oh, and that's cool. 12th house introspections underneath, and it's like the same thing. There's the chakras all aligned and everything, right? So with transits, climate, everything's kind of like scattered around here, right? And the sustainability is like coming back into balance. In terms of chakras, if everything's imbalanced, there's dysfunction within your internal energy, right? And it's not sustainable in a lot of ways, right? When your internal energy is dysfunctional, you have a harder time maintaining balance, right? When you balance out your chakras and you heal aspects within self, balance becomes more sustainable. It could be like getting to know yourself and coming back into yourself, kind of thing. Like the partnership doesn't have to be a relationship with another person. It could be finding balance within self, finding self-love when all of this stuff balances out. Because when you're in a dysfunctional energy like this, you may feel a little bit down on yourself or not very confident. You might have low self-worth. Like if you introspect on the things that make you feel that way, where a lot of that comes from, you're able to love yourself a lot better, which brings in more balance. When you find that love in yourself and you ask yourself kind of some of the hard questions, then you're able to heal those aspects, right? As you become more confident in yourself and more authentic and learn to love yourself, you're able to better love somebody else as well, which will bring in healthier partnerships. Scorpio too can be like when you do that internal introspection, it can be like discernment, right? Because when your energy is kind of scattered like this, it can be easy to negative self-talk to yourself and take things that other people say to you much harder, kind of thing. So that can be like indicators of internal imbalance within yourself, right? But if you use your discernment, you're able to come back into better balance because you're better able to understand what is an aspect that needs to be healed within self and what is a projection, like a negative projection onto you by somebody else, right? So, yeah, you probably need to heal some stuff within your own energy, but if you absorb too many projections from other people, it's going to feel more and more negative. It's going to wear down at your self-confidence and your self-worth, right? So it's finding balance within that. And the Juno card as well is about establishing a level of balance, which goes with sustainability as well, right? So balance in this case, I take it to be internal balance, because as you learn what is something that's actually yours that you need to heal internally and what is a projection on you by others. But I feel like it's like maintaining balance through those negative projections kind of thing. And I'm looking at 12th house underneath, and that goes with what I'm saying. It's about the introspection of aspects within yourself that you need to heal. But in order to heal those, you need to ask yourself the hard questions. You need to think about how you hurt and why, right? And then you become more balanced within yourself. You learn to love yourself. You learn to trust yourself. This could also be like a partnership between your heart and your mind too, right? Whereas your mind would be like where you would be, self-talking, and your heart is the emotional aspects of it, right? So are you stuck in your emotions, or are you thinking about things logically? Neither is necessarily bad, but you're a more balanced version of yourself when you're able to balance your heart and your mind. You're able to use your discernment in when to trust your emotions and when to trust your mind. Because when you are imbalanced internally, it can be easy to get stuck in a negative mindset, right? So sometimes that can be a disconnect between how you feel mentally and how you feel emotionally. When you learn to balance that out, you're able to better discern situations, right? You're better able to know when to trust your heart versus when to rely on, more logical or analytical thinking, that kind of thing. And again, it could be a relationship. I'm really getting balancing aspects within self to come into better balance, and introspecting on different areas to come into balance with yourself. But as you learn to love yourself, it could be discovering what is authentic to you. And as you learn to love yourself authentically, others will love you authentically, right? If you unconditionally love yourself, you're more likely to find partnerships where they unconditionally love you as well. But that's not sustainable if you're in a more negative mindset, right? And you haven't healed those aspects within self. So I really think it's about healing aspects within self and introspection on parts of your energy that maybe need to be healed or need to be repaired. And it could also be like figuring out what authentic and sustainable partnerships mean to you. Are you searching for partnerships that look good on a surface level and that, you see something on like TV or whatever? Like, are you basing it on an image of a relationship or a partnership that you see elsewhere, right? Or are you looking for a sustainable partnership based on what you're looking for in a partnership, kind of thing? And that could be, again, this says partnership. So it could be a relationship, but it could be a relationship of any kind, right? But I'm really getting that the work starts within self and healing within self and asking yourself the questions about what it is that you are looking for in a partnership that would be sustainable long term, and finding balance within those aspects of self. Your internal balance can be sustainable, but also your partnerships can be sustainable long term. So that's what I've got. If you'd like to see more collective messages, please subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to book a personal reading, please check out my Etsy shop or check out my main YouTube channel, Tinfoil Handkerchief Alignment. Until next time, keep the peace.